Dr. Susan Spillman here. Today I'd like to start a short series on connecting to oneself. So this has been an interest of mine forever, really, uh, both personally and as a psychologist. I've seen many people over several decades now working on this issue. And I've been working on it myself, for myself. Sometimes this presents as anxiety, this issue. Anxiety, depression, trauma, all kinds of other things like that. But really the underlying issue of these symptoms is, in general, this issue of connecting to oneself, that you don't know how to connect to yourself. You know, you just have all this discomfort that it's not right. Something's not right. You know, you get that regardless of the symptom. That's usually the feeling. There's something not right, and I don't know what it is. And it may pop up as, you know, fear, anxiety, all of this kind of thing. So what I want to share with you today is to look at the kind of traditional way that we've approached this problem and a new way. So traditionally, we've seen these kinds of problems as things that we need to fix. We need to fix our anxiety, we need to fix our depression, we need to fix ourselves. And what this tells us is that the underlying belief is that we're broken. There's something wrong with us. We shouldn't be feeling this way. We shouldn't be feeling anxious. We shouldn't be feeling depressed. We shouldn't be scared. So there's something wrong and we have to fix it. So that's the traditional way, from a psychological point of view, of approaching these issues. And this involves usually going back into the past, looking at what's happened, and then trying to resolve that from the past. So I'm not saying that that can't be useful, because of course sometimes it's very useful and necessary to look at the past and what's happened. But sometimes we get stuck on that, on looking at the past and always wanting to look at the past. I just have to look farther in the past. Maybe into my past lives, maybe into my birth. These things can be helpful, so I'm not dissing these. It's just that there's more. There's more than this. And there's a fundamental shift that can be really helpful to you if you're looking at connecting more to yourself. And that shift involves looking at expanding yourself. Like, here you are now. Yes, various things happen. Yes, it's helpful to look at them to some extent. And we're now wanting to move forward. We're not wanting to move backwards. We're wanting to move forward. And so what if we're not broken? What if the model needs to change into an expansion model rather than a fix-it model? How can I expand myself? And so this is what I've been doing personally for a while now, and helping my clients do as well. Expanding into what works, what does work for them, what is it they want to be going forward towards, and of course for myself as well. So looking at and asking yourself the question, what would I really like to be doing in my life? What would be fulfilling to me in my life? And just play with that. Just play with those ideas and feelings that come up around that, because it may sound, and watch any tendency you have. Yes, but I can't do that, or yes, it can't cost too much money, or yes, but. So we all have these. I have them myself. Watching the yes buts and just letting yourself expand, letting yourself play with different ideas of what would I do if I had all the money in the world. That's a good one. I always like that exercise. If I had all the money in the world and money was not an issue, what would I do with my life? How would it be? Would it be the same? Would it be different? If it's different, how would it be different? all of these kinds of things, just to let yourself play with the possibilities in your own life. So going forward, I'll give you some other suggestions of how to do this uh, in more detail. But I want to just leave you with one question that I love personally, and that is that whenever you're feeling like unsettled, irritated, anything like that, depressed, anything at all, one question that is so helpful to ask ourselves is, what can I do right now to feel better? To feel better right now. Okay? It's very present, obviously, very much in the present, but it also brings us back to the present, and when we actually have the power and control to do something. This is when we can do it. Not in the future, not in the past. We can do it right now. So just to ask yourself that, and if you can't come up with an answer, which could be the case, then start making a list of what you could do. You could go for a walk, work in the garden, start a garden, talk to a friend, read a book, take a nap. There are lots and lots of possibilities we can come up with, and just do one of them. Do one of them. And you will see that this will shift your energy. It will shift your energy, not permanently, but for the moment. And you can do this as often as you need to and want to. So I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again. And I'll be doing these. I'll be doing maybe 2 more with other specific ideas of how you can connect more to yourself. Okay, thanks.